In this video on candlesticks, I want to talk more about support, resistance, and trend using real-life examples. Now, this is Facebook, and this is one day of Facebook, okay, this whole chart. You can see that October 30th, right there is the day. This is the previous day. And so we're going to just look at this chart and look at support and resistance as the day goes on. First off, you can see the price of Facebook is right around $180 a share, and the move during the day goes from about, in this example, a little over 177.50 all the way up to 180.50, so that's about a $3 spread there. So let's look at this. What I wanted to show you is that if you're trading throughout the day and you're watching Facebook and you see it come all the way down to here and bounce like it starts to do it there, well, guess what? It's bouncing off support. Support is defined as a place where the buyers overcome the sellers, and a previous move down either goes back up again or at least goes sideways and stops going down any further. So if you look closely, these intervals are 1 minute. So each candle is 1 minute. So it's going down for 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 minutes there. It goes sideways after a steady, long down move. So this is noticing that, it's at support here. This is a spot, as you see it start to take off to the upside again, where you would look to buy it because of those signals, because it's showing you previous support where buyers overcame the sellers. Buyers think it's a good spot to buy at that price, and so they buy it up again. So the stock had been higher throughout the day. It came back to support and bounced, and in fact went higher throughout the rest of the day. So that's what you want to look for. These little clues that help you decide if the stock, what it might do next. And in this case, that's exactly what it did. It bounced off previous support. Let's look at another example. So this is Target. So you're looking at Target throughout the day, and we've got a short-term support right here. Let me get to this. Okay, so you got a short-term support right there, right around, what is it, 59.54, I guess. And then right there, it bounces again at that price. Goes up, bounces off it. It comes back down, but then it bounces up. So you could use that as a buy spot. And then it goes up to this point. Doesn't mean anything yet, but then it has a little pullback and has a failure. It fails right about the same price and starts to go back down. That's a pretty good signal. It might be a good time to sell short right about there, or maybe there. And guess what? It comes down almost or pretty close to the previous support level. So that would have been a good short entry with a tight stop right about here and a target close to support. Now, once the stock had been going steadily down and then suddenly starts bouncing around sideways, that's a pretty good signal. It's time to get out and take your profits because the sellers have gone. As day traders, we want to lock in for sure profits, because who knows, after this, when the stock had started to go sideways, it could have gone down a lot more. It ended up doing that after going up. We don't want to risk this move going all the way up to here. So we want to lock in our profits, and if we see another good entry point, we can get in later. The commissions are very cheap, very small. So if you want to get back in later, no problem. Let's look at another one. Okay, now this is several days of Allegheny Technologies, and I just want to show you a few things. Right here, there's support, bounced off it, keeps bouncing off it. Bounced off it again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 times it bounced off it. Okay. See if there are any others. I don't see anything real good in that one. That's just a steady trend. Okay. So when you see support or resistance, here's one for resistance, a major resistance level right there. Goes back to this price. So based on this, we know that right around 20, let's see, 25 or so, 20, something like that. The sellers for Allegheny pretty much want to jump in. Up there it is again, right there. The sellers jump in and push you back down, whereas when you come down to about this level, about 24.40, the buyers jump in and push it back up. So over the last several days, that's the range that this stock has been in. Good to know, because that's good information to use to help you determine what the stock is likely to do next. Okay, these are the kind of things you want to look for. Support and resistance are the first two things you want to look for. The next thing I'm going to do is talk a little bit more about trend. Okay, but these support and resistance levels help you to see if a trend is likely to continue or if it's more likely to stop and reverse.